So we're still here in Japan and we lay over here for 18 hours. So this is our flight that we lay over so long. I'm so ready to go back to Texas. Of course, like we're not used to just only sitting for so long. We're a very hyper person. Yes, on board going to Dallas, Texas. Finally, waiting for so long. Back again to American Airlines. It looks so haggard. 非常口サインがついています。お近くの非常口をご確認ください。後方にある場合もあります。万が一の緊急時に備え、すべてのドアの非常口に脱出され、お客様の旅をお手伝いできることを乗務員一同光栄に思います。この中にも一層お楽しみいただくので、何かありましたら乗務員まで何なりと申し付け。あなたのために私 See you Texas.
Well, we made it back to Texas.
Welcome to Texas.
Welcome to Texas. My truck looks like a Texas desert. Look at this. And this is parked under the carport. Yeah, under the carport out in the country. So I'm about to give it a bath. Some of the cost of being gone. Our refrigerator went out. It was left on. I think we might have left it on because it's getting older and we was afraid to leave it off too long. Well, it went out. And Mike said there was something smelling on our side of the house, but he never investigated what it was. And oh, it stunk and got to the refrigerator. Well, the refrigerator had quit and that stuff was all spoiled. It stinks in here so bad right now. And been spraying air fresheners and all. And the first thing I had to do is get a trash can here, bags, clean out. Yeah, clean out that nasty refrigerator. Melinda has some menthol stuff. I shoved it in my nostrils, like I see them doing those TV shows when they're dealing with, something bad that's happened. And spraying this air freshener stuff and all, just so I could stand and quit gagging. Woo, to clear out that refrigerator. And we got that thing drug outside and it's in the yard to be hauled off. So being that we're not going to be here that much, I didn't want to spend the money for another big refrigerator. So I just bought this little 2-door compact Walmart refrigerator, $125. At least got a little separate freezer compartment on it. Man, I'm telling you, no more than we're here. That's all we need. So on a good note, my solar system here at our house. Now, I say house, for you that's been with us for a while, you know that I rented out my main house. I took the game room on my home, closed off the wall, the big French doors that went down into my game room, and Mel and I built in us an apartment onto the side of my existing home, and we rented out my home. My friend Mike rents it, and one of Melinda's friends from the Philippines there in Tigbawan is soon going to be over here living with him there. They're getting married. So for you newer to the channel, that's the deal here. Mel and I, there's videos of us building in this space right here. And we made an apartment out of my old game room. And there was a big deck above up here, a big wooden deck like come off my master bedroom upstairs. And Mel and I, we built a bedroom up there. And I say Mel and I because it was you and I that built it all, wasn't it? Mm. Yeah. And wasn't no big work crew here or nothing. And so we built that master bedroom, and it's got a additional bedroom that's really nice too, done just like any modern homes built right now upstairs. So for you newer to the channel, that's the deal. There's videos. This maybe, how long ago was it? 2 years ago we put in the glass door and everything right there. Probably 2 years ago we put in the patio door. Usually each time we come home we'd upgrade it a little bit more. And there's videos of us doing the tile work down here and all, Mel and I doing it. So I might have a lot of help that works with me back in the Philippines, but most of the time, on probably 90% of the projects we do here, I do them myself. Every once in a while I hire a little bit of help. Last year when we were here, was it last year that I hired some people to help with the siding?
Yeah.
And I paid them to come over here for like maybe 2 days to the house here and help with some siding and some corners, some fascia trim up high, 2 stories up right here. And I think it's about the only time I've hired anybody in a while around here. So all the staircase going up in here and everything, Mel and I built all of that ourselves, and we're discussing what we're going to do with this. It's a little hectic to keep up with 2 households on 2 different sides of the world. Just like coming here, and right now there's another busted water pipe. I think every time we return home, there's a busted water pipe because they've been having really hard winters here. And this time one popped in the ground out near the well. And that could be strictly from ground shifting. And so he had turned the water off to over here. And in the morning, first thing I got to do is I can hear where it's spewing, and I've got to go dig a hole and repair a water line. Last year when I come home, I had to repair water lines. And the year before, we had to repair some water line because they've been having really nasty winters here in Texas for the past like 3 years. And maybe this upcoming winter won't be as bad, who knows. But each time with us being gone from here during winter, it's wreaked havoc on our plumbing. It has. Good early morning from Texas. Yeah, early. I've been awake all night, of course. Yeah, of course. My time shifted from the other side of the planet. I've been awake all night. And it's about 5:38 in the morning right now. And I'm just antsy like a kid ready to go to an amusement park. For the sun to come up and for me not to disturb other people. Melinda's been up most of the night too, but she finally fell out on the couch and she's been lightly sleeping just for a little while, but not very much. And she too is just ready for daylight and for us to get after it and wear ourselves out till we're just worn out so that we'll go to sleep tonight. Hopefully is the plan. We don't do too good usually coming back here. But I got way too much sleep on the plane. I sleep like a baby on there. And that's that. So right now I'm out here in my barn and I'm wanting to first thing this morning back my tractor out. Well, I took the battery off the tractor when I went to the Philippines last September when we headed back to the Philippines, and I put it inside the house sitting in the kitchen so it stay warm during the winter time, not like super freeze or anything. And I came out here a little bit ago and I put it on the tractor and I climbed up in the cab. That's why the door is open there right now. And I just turned the key on. Well, the air conditioner blower come on, the dash come on, everything. You know, mind you, it's been 10 months and the battery plus set all through a cold winter. And on a floor, I didn't have, to be honest, I didn't have it up on no wood blocks or foam or anything. It's sitting on ceramic tile, cold concrete. And I said, I'm just gonna bump the key and just see if there's enough power in the battery to turn the motor. And when I bumped the key, the tractor started. I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to wake everybody up. And I shut it down real quick. Luckily, no one knew the difference. But that's pretty cool that the tractor has not been started in 10 months. It's pretty cool the battery has not had no charge put in it in 10 months. And it's just no cheap Walmart battery. And it fired right up. It fired right up. But for good measures, after I got off, I had already got the battery charger out anyway. I hooked the battery charger up. It's sitting down here on the ground. I hooked it up and went ahead and put it on like a 10 amp charge and been letting it charge for about an hour and a half right now, just for good measure, right? Just for good measure. Nothing else to do anyway. So first thing I'll be doing is backing the tractor out. It's got a big spray rig on the back of it for spraying like insecticides and all on fields that had belonged to my father before. I know sometimes it's a necessary evil, but I'm not very big on the whole insecticide thing and exposing myself to it. I never wanted to partake in spraying the fields or going in them after that stuff had been sprayed. My father did, and he got Parkinson's from it. He just sprayed that stuff with hand pumps and air blowing back on him and all. He was crazy over it. He was in love with it. And like many love affairs, it cost him. Yeah, it cost him. He ended up with a type of Parkinson's set in from all of those chemicals. So that's a whole nother story though. And anyway, that was his old spray rig. And I want to sell it. I will not be using it, and I just want it gone. Now, my cousin that leases my land has a massive spray rig. It's a whole big tractor itself that drives, permanent tractor made on spray rigs. Big John Deere with huge folding arms, way more than this. So he sprays the fields against like grasshoppers and army worms and things like that. But we're not here to be exposed to it, and each to their own. So telling that, when we get the tractor backed out of here, as soon as it's daylight, I'm going to fold out the arms on that sprayer. I'm going to snap pictures of it, and then I'm going to put it on Marketplace and Craigslist immediately for sale. And then the next thing is across my driveway over here, sitting in a front pasture and driveway where we used to have a rent house that we got rid of last year. Some of you that's been with us for a long while remember those two old trailers here at the ranch. And over at where one of those is at, I have a plow that's it's a ripper that it's called an Arrowway, and it has a disc in the front that cuts the ground open, straight disc, not one that flips the soil or anything. Cuts the ground open, cuts the roots, and it has a shank right behind it that breaks that hard pan, so moisture, nutrients can get unlocked, moisture can get in deeper, all that. So it's a what they call a no-plow, no-till piece of equipment. I'm gonna sell it. I sold some other equipment that did similar work last year at this time. Some of you will remember me selling off some equipment. So those two things I want gone. If you see flickering, that's not my camera. That is an effect of that LED light having an effect with the frame rate of the camera. And sometimes they get in time with each other and they're exactly the same and there's no flicker, and at times they're not. Funny thing, right? So digital age. So anyway, I sold off some other equipment. I'm keeping just a couple things. I'll probably keep my tractor for right now. and I sold off the big mower that I had. It's gone, but I'm thinking about buying like a 6 or 8 foot mower just to have, if I can find a good deal on one, to mow around here and just little old places or stuff if I wanted to here and keep my tractor for out now. But once the tractor's out, and I get those ads listed, then I'm going to pull this cargo trailer out. Inside this cargo trailer, I have 2 500cc 4-wheel drive quads sitting in there, and then I got a tarp hanging here, but right behind this tarp I have a boat. I have a boat sitting here, and that is a Celebrity 19-foot Celebrity. It's called a 190. It's got the 5.7 liter late model Vortex 350 in it, and I want to put it out for sale, so I'm going to get that out. And it's a good time still maybe to sell a boat right now. It's midsummer, it's kind of getting late summer, but I'm going to try my luck. Yeah, I'm out here hiding in a barn shooting a vlog because I'm so antsy to work, and I just want to share with you guys everything going on. And I'm just first day here. We arrived like 8 o'clock in the evening. It's be my first morning here, first day here, and being that we're not here very long, I need to make each day count. Well, Texas James is back already. Yep, I already returned to my old cowboy boots. Back in the boots.
Hello everyone and good morning from us here in Texas. Yes, we're here now in Texas. So this is our first morning here. And of course, we are still adjusting our time. We haven't slept last night. So we still zombie mode today. Zombie this morning. Of course, our life here in Texas is, we have only a minimum things that we can just have and something here. So that when we come back, we don't need to manage a lot of things. So at the moment, I'm boiling water and I'm gonna make another cup of coffee. So that's what only our life here. We just only feel like we're camping. No coffee makers, just very minimum things that we had left here. And that's, of course, that's all we need. We just only want a very minimum stuff that we can taking care of it, because most of it we really spend our time there in Philippines. At this moment, I'm cleaning on this area here because there's a lot of tree limb that I'm going to burn. Just cleaning a small stuff here, so it's very messy. Welcome to Texas. There's a lot of things that gonna get you. So that we're so very careful for every moves what you need to, every moves you do, because there's a lot of creatures gonna get you. We're so just happy to come back here, even in a few weeks, and look at a very nature thing here. That's a life of nature here, very peacefully. So if you're like I always before, if you're looking for this kind of life, very possibly that's all you need here. Dogs are enjoying. It's Mike's dogs, regrets. Yeah. If you come back here only just a few weeks, you're so excited. But staying here for a long term, for now, all I can say, no, I don't think so.
Well, I've dug up down there, found where the water leak is, and I see Miss Mel. She's here already trying to burn some fire in our pit and get it in shape. Man, the racks are going to have to be really brushed down hard, and we're going to need to get it hot and burn it in some. So she's been picking up, looks like pecan twigs and stuff, and burning in there. I have dug out here and found the water leak before a tornado took out a big old barn that used to be right here. Massive barn. It went all the way across here. Big old huge barn. This was a water line that went down there to it. And apparently it broke right there at that nipple. And the fact is, I don't even need that line down there anymore. All it does is stress me. I've got it covered with a bunch of stuff down there in that grass. Tubs trying to insulate it. And worry about cows or something hitting it and breaking it, because the line still stands up down there and you can hook a hose to it. So I am happy to eliminate this line. So I'm about to get down here and cut that off right there.
To Texas, cooking sausage breakfast, bacon and eggs, and cooking with a skillet. Oh, it's time to get some rest, time to get some sleep. We haven't slept since yesterday. Of course, we sleep. I sleep a little on the plane, but James, most of the flight, he really sleep. So right now he was there down in our living room downstairs and sleep. And me, I was being busy doing things here, cleaning our room, cleaning the living room, most of it. And so glad that it's not that really so bad. Besides that, the refrigerator was the really. Besides that, the refrigerator was the so nasty yesterday. It smelled bad, but it's all taken care of. The smell is eliminating slowly, of course. What can you do, especially when you're not around like almost a year. Of course, there's a lot of things really, I mean, those kind of things, that nobody gonna taking care of it personally. It's really different that you are here, that you're taking care personally, than you just depend to somebody. Of course, they're just doing their stuff. It's not their obligation, but it's just very minimum things. So no complaint at all. That's the life that's the life that we choose to be there in Philippines more. So I think I'm gonna try to get some sleep. It's around 11 a.m. here in Texas, and of course there in Philippines is already midnight. I mean, not midnight. I mean, it's late for me already, because most of the time I always sleep early there, like around 9 o'clock. But with me is every time we go back here or we went to travel, I have always a sleep problem. So I'm just do whatever I can, like this cleaning. I need to let my body really tired so that I can rest. So by the way, we're so glad that we are here now in Texas, and we're gonna settle in for a while, adjust our time. Well, thank you everyone for watching our video, and see you to our next video. So if you have question, just comment below. Bye bye.
Well, day one here hadn't went so well. Yeah, it hadn't went so well. I was so excited for the sun to come up. I was gonna set the day on fire, man. I was. And during the night while everybody's sleeping, I was getting stuff prepared to have a really busy day. Well, as soon as it was daylight, I did get the tractor backed out of the building here, out of the barn. And but I couldn't back it all the way out because Mike's car was blocking the way. Where he dropped us off after the airport, he just left his car sitting right in the middle of the drive. I didn't want to bother him. And then I I went ahead and my AC on my truck was a little bit low on Freon. I've had to put it in the past couple of years, once a year. And so I topped it off, got that done. We had a water leak out by the well. I got that done. And did a few other oddball things. Well, okay, so they got me to 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Mel cooked some breakfast. I went in, sit down, and ate. Man, it was so good to eat some Jimmy Dean's sausage, man. She made a couple of sausage patties, boy. Woo! When you hadn't had that taste, you miss it. You know, there is things I really miss. And for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months there at the end before us coming back to States, I had really been missing to just have the taste of that American breakfast sausage. I ain't talking about like a sausage, like a smoked sausage or anything like that. I'm talking about just a sausage patty. And the closest I'd ever been able to get to even sampling that taste was McDonald's has that breakfast muffin, but I don't want all that bread and all. But I did eat one months ago. Cap and I were in the city one morning, and I ate one. And because I was able to taste that sausage. So that was really good. Ate, sat down on the couch and fell asleep. So at 9:30 I fell asleep, and I woke up at 4:30 in the evening. Right on the couch. Mel just left me. And then I was like, I seen she's been doing stuff, but not much. I'm like, well, what has she done all day? I kind of woke up and she wasn't nowhere in the room. I went outside, walked around, I didn't see her. And I come back in, and then I heard her rustling around. Well, she went upstairs and fell asleep too, and in our bedroom. And she heard, I guess, the noise of me closing the door on the house, and looked out and saw me awake. And she saw my face here was all like, she could tell I just woke up. And here it is, the end of a day now, and didn't get squat done. But right now, I did just now move the tractor over. I got Mike to move his car. And I'm going to sell this sprayer. Yeah, I'm going to sell this sprayer right here. This sprayer, the arms fold out on it really wide. This one I was talking about. On each side, it folds out real wide. You can cover a pretty big swath. I ain't gonna fold the other one out, but you can cover a big swath, you know, putting herbicide or pesticide or whatever sides, but I'm not into doing all of that. I know it's a necessary evil sometimes, but I also know some consequences of it. So yeah, I look at the egrets out there. Welcome back to Texas. A little blurry there. And the next item coming out right here is this trencher. So I kept a battery tender on this while I was gone. I unhooked the positive cable and kept a battery tender on it, and the battery's up really good. So I'm gonna get it out, and got my power washer already sitting out here, and I'm going to give it a bath. And the trencher, the Ditch Witch, is going on the market for sale. All right, well, I got the trailer hooked onto the truck right here. It's got the quads in it. It got the excavator move, the trencher move. All this stuff out, preparing to do a sell-off again. This sell-off ain't about selling out of America or nothing like that. This is getting rid of stuff that we don't need in our life, so we can enjoy our time better when we are in the States, and we kind of plan on spending more time in the States, not less time, but we want the freedom to be able to go travel and move around while we're here, and not worry about a bunch of stuff that binds your life down. So I'm just trying to clear out just junk. It might be valuable and really useful to another person, but it's not to my life anymore, and I just want it all gone. But I may keep one of my quads though. We're really thinking to keep a quad. Alright, well, I'm gonna get this squeezed out of here. It is a very tight fit in here with this trailer. And on to the next thing. Well, got the trailer out. Man, was that a job. I had pushed the trailer over into the side of the building there with the front end load of the tractor before, and I could not get the truck over in there at that angle and be able to turn out this door. So I ended up having to put a ratchet strap onto the tongue of the trailer and hook onto this carport pole and ratchet strap it out at an angle across there until I got it far enough forward, and then was able to back the truck up and roll it out of there. Thank God it was those big commercial ratchet straps, not those little small, narrow 1-inch things. So I'm in here now to the quads. So I had a battery tender. These are brand new batteries, and I've had a battery tender up here on this front battery all winter, and I guess through most of the summer now, because we left here 10 months ago. This battery tender right here, I unplugged it when I moved the trailer, and then I had jumped a wire from that battery because these were both bought as a pair of batteries for both quads at the same time. So I ran a jumper back here to the other battery of the other quad, and they've both been on a tender all this time for the past 10 months. So let's give it a try here and see if it's working or not. So turn on the key, see if it's got any power. Well, I got lights, I got dash. See if it's in neutral. Yeah, see if it's got any power. Oh yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. This thing, usually I have to prime it up. If it's been sitting, I'll have to take off this cover to prime it. It's got a little hand primer. It's got a little hand primer down here on the carburetor. Right here somewhere. It's a little manual hand pump. Right in there somewhere. I should feel my fingers on it in a minute. I'm used to just reach in there blind and do it. Where is that little pump? Oh, there it is right there. Turn on the light, I'll show you guys. There it is right there. So we'll give it a little pump. We'll crank it a couple times and get fuel up there. So last year, before we left, I probably need to crank it a few times to pump fuel up. Oh yeah, it's getting fuel now. Yeah, feel the pump in there. It should start. Nice. Well, I decided to go ahead and kill it. I'm gonna get this wire off here. I need to find a wrench and loosen those little nuts up. I think I left everything laying up on one of these. So yeah, so it'll be ready when I come back. Now this one here, I put a brand new carburetor on it and new fuel lines. Let's see if it's got any power first. All right, well, it's got power, of course, because it's jumped with the other battery too. So let's give it a push here and see. See fuel pumping. Wow, I didn't even have to. Wow. That's pretty dang sweet. So I'm pretty excited. These fired right up. I'm gonna move all this stuff, and I'm gonna back this one here out first. And it's gonna be fun to go ride the pastures, check all the property with it. Nothing but a good time.
When the night come, when the night come. So I was here outside. It's our second night here, and I decided to just stay here outside and listen the environment, the creature. The only thing I like here in Texas, the place is, you know that you hear a lot of things in the night. When the night comes, there's a thing different between here and Philippines. You know, there in Philippines, it's already light up. It's a lot of neighborhood, but here, of course, we have a quite big property here, so there's not really a bunch of neighbor. So when the nights come, it's very quiet, and you can hear a lot of noise. Welcome to country life.
Pay attention to the sound, the one that's coming from your mouth. Don't mean to turn it upside down. I really wanna hear you out. I can't know how it is to be where you so calmly sit. When I'm further my own, there it is, catching only part of it. To just be, to really see